Good morning, everyone. It's an early one today. It's Saturday, and it's very cold and grey and wet and rainy in Melbourne. And I've been having a lot of conversations over the last, forever, but also the last 24 hours about politics and about engaging in politics and about how I can make a difference and about how you all can make a difference. And I've been chatting with people who've worked for various government organizations in various countries. And just doing some research and gathering some intel so that I can feel into how I feel about all of that. And some other things have connected some dots for me in the last few days that I thought I would share with you. So the first interesting one is we're under stage 4 lockdown in Melbourne, which means nothing's open except for supermarkets and pharmacies, and that you can only be within 5 k's of your house to do those things. And there's a curfew from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. So what's interesting is that when this came in, you could still go to exercise, right? And 1 million people flooded the DHHS call line with, can I drive, can I drive, can I drive to exercise? And so many people called up and asked that they had to put out a statement saying, no, you cannot drive to exercise. So they didn't actually specify. Everyone harassed them. Morning, Bo, saying hi to Bo. And then they had to put out legislation saying, no, you cannot drive to exercise. Well, the furor from that was crazy. Everyone's like, what do you mean I can't drive? I'm going to lose my shit, blah, 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 blah. So they walked it back. So this is what I'm here to tell you guys. The way that they walked that back was through outrage online and through on the phone. Last night at about 10 o'clock at night, or maybe earlier, maybe 9 o'clock at night, a friend of mine, Claire, hi Claire, she runs an organic food farm down in Kuwirup, and they do farmers markets every week. And last night, late at night, she put up a petition saying that farmers markets had been cancelled today. And yeah, we saw some photos of people at farmers markets last week and everything, being too close and everything. But honestly, if you've been to the supermarket, farmers markets are absolutely essential. They're absolutely essential, right? And they are food. So she had a petition up, and I signed the petition at 9:30 last night. And I was like, oh, I really wish something happens with this. Anyway, I wake up this morning, only 30 people. Hi, other Bo. Oh, all the Bo's are watching. Hi, Bo's. This morning, I look at Facebook, and they've already rescinded that decision, friends. Farmers markets are now open again. So I'm here to tell you that how we resist during a global health crisis and a pandemic when we are stuck in our homes is with the telephone, with the email, with social media. Yeah, advocacy is totally possible. And I was talking with some people yesterday about advocacy, and there are so many people who want to enact change of what's happening in the government, and they just don't know how. And that's what advocacy is. And that's what I feel like I do, is sort of like grease the wheels of like, how do we turn these feelings of inadequacy and not being heard into actual action. And I'm realizing that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So ScoMo, our favorite lizard overlord, trotted out those comments about mandatory vaccination for a vaccine he didn't have a deal with yet, that didn't even exist yet. And all the furor around that, around pro-choice and all of these things, made him walk back those comments. And made him actually consider what the fuck he's saying. So well done, everyone, because I'm not going to say right now where I sit on that. I'm not sure. Basically, if a vaccine comes out and it's tested, I'm rolling my sleeve up because I've had 15 other vaccines to go to other countries. So I don't actually see the difference. I'm just not taking Putin's. But anyway, I just really want to encourage you guys that there are so many ways that we're in a global health crisis and they're making decisions for us, but we get to question them. We get to question ScoMo, we get to question Dan Andrews, we get to question 5 kilometers from our house, we get to question farmers markets. So don't forget, if you pay taxes, don't be upset about paying taxes. Be upset about where those taxes go. My partner was having a chat with a really wealthy person who pays a lot of taxes, who was like, I pay a lot of taxes, it's shit, But he's not getting upset about what his taxes are actually doing for the community. So am I going into politics? I don't fucking know. To be honest, I sort of feel like I'm better used as a community advocate. That's what I've been doing for years. But I really encourage you guys right now, get the petitions happening, get on the phone, clog up the phone lines. The other thing is DDoS, attacks on websites. Guess what, everyone? That's what we did when Centrelink crashed. We all flooded the Centrelink website because everyone needed to get on benefits at the same time. And guess what happened? It showed that that system has massive flaws and needs an overhaul. So clog up the goddamn phone lines. Really harass them about elements of their decisions that you don't agree with. We're all locked down. I've been locked down since March. Most of us have. But we do need to question some of this stuff. Farmers markets are absolutely essential. And I personally feel like op shops are essential. They are for poor people to buy clothes. They should be open. And I think it's crazy that they're not, because you can't get cheap secondhand clothes with shipping on the internet. So I think op shops should have been open throughout this time. People who don't shop at op shops are going to be like, oh, that's not essential, rah, rah. That's a class judgment, actually. So anyway, that's how we resist during a pandemic. I think there's lots of ways to do it that aren't necessarily protesting in the street in a big gathering. But I do think there's a place for that if shit goes really fucked. So be brave, everyone, but get on that phone. Use your taxpayer dollar and your civic self to actually enact change. So anyway, congratulations to Claire and her family who are actually going to the farmers market to sell their produce today. And thank you to everyone in the night who signed that fucking petition, because it must have done something. Yeah, so the louder we scream, the more we are heard. That's what I believe. So anyway, that's all I have for you on this rainy Saturday. Hope you have a lovely day. Reporting from the 3073. Bye all.